The players are waiting with the jug. What just happened? Oh my god, oh my god. I didn't click go live button. That's very bad. That's very, very bad. I just clicked it out. I don't know what happened to YouTube and it didn't took and it's again showing the go live. This is very bad. That's why you should check before you do anything. And round one have just completed. So many players are playing. Okay, we have the sponsor at the very first number. His opponent came. Okay, let's see another game that's going on. There are so many games that has been here. Gulmi is playing with Suman Rai. Let's check it out. This game, Suman Rai versus Gulmi. Gulmi Prakash Thapa, and we are going to check out the game. Okay, we have why it's so dark. I think I have to bring a light. Focus that focus in my face. That will create some brightness. It's dark now. So we have here Suman Rai just winning the game. Yes, he just wins a piece and it's over. There was check. Maybe he could simply attack the bishop. After king goes here, bishop was attacked. You need to protect the rook. There was no option. There was option like bishop just attack the bishop, and if he just capture, I'll just capture the bishop. But going down to the e1 completely loses the game, losing the piece. Okay, we have two more games left. Krishna Thaba versus Extra. What is his name? I request everyone who is playing and wants to have fun, please do update your name in the leeches profile. It will be easier to figure out who we are playing with. His rating is not that much, but still, please do update your name. It will be easier for everyone. And I know both the players. This is Pradeep Sahu versus Sanjay Rai. Sanjay Rai is from Thapaliches Park, and I know him. But going down to the so many players. Fusion. Okay, he might be from Nepal. And for those who have not updated the profile, please at least put your country flag. It will be easier for us to accept your request. Krishna Thaba versus Extra. What is his name? Okay, now I think. Okay, this double sound is coming up. So bad. Some problem, and that problem is solved now. Now we'll go for second round to start, and we have white with two extra pawn. Maybe it will be with king coming up here next and attacks the pawn. Maybe he just grabs the pawn and this pawn will be grabbed. Looks like black. Okay, he didn't capture it out. I think black would have simply captured the pawn and it just captures, king captures, and there might be chances for black. Now here white have some chances to win the game. But still, this is completely draw position. Neither white can do anything. There were some chances for white when they have two pawn. What is this? What is this? Black is winning the rook. Or maybe this threat is coming up, but that simply rook can capture out. Black just won. White had some chances winning two pawns, but later on when black had chance of capturing the pawn, he didn't see that. Now it was completely draw. He have to just move up the king. Like if king comes here, maybe he could push the pawn here and then capture, then pawn push could become. But how could it be losing up a rook for free? Maybe he just can move up the rook somewhere. Like rook can come here, and if he just capture, just protect with the rook. And even if you just capture with the rook, rook captures, and then king comes on the g4. There will be an opposition coming up, so it will be draw. So we are here with Bhai Raja from Thapseli Park itself. So we are playing with him. So e4 is the first move, and my opponent is not here. Let's go to the another game that's going on, guys. Let's see what's going on. Maybe we could analyze the previous game where it could be draw, how it could be draw. Let's take it out, and okay, here it's completely losing, but after this it's completely draw. Like king comes here, the pawn need to be pushed, and pawn captures. Then this rook can be attacked, or what happens if pawn pushes? Even this is draw. Like how this pawn is going to be queen, and if you go for a rook and check, then it will be losing for you. King goes anywhere, this queen is coming up, and if you go for check, I'll just attack the rook, and then after king goes anywhere, I have rook capture, and then you are completely losing. So in this position it was completely draw when you push the pawn, and pawn had to capture this one, and then after king attacks the rook, or even pawn push, both is draw. So if king attacks the rook, then king goes here, and after pawn push, rook have to go somewhere, then rook is protected, and king goes here. I'll just make up the queen, and if it just capture, I'll just keep check and goes here and just simply check and capture and just take the position. Look at the number of square, 1 2 3 and 4 3 4, and if it comes up, I'll just bring up my king back, and if it comes up, I'll just take the position. The number of squares will be odd. That's the basic of stanza position. The number of square between the two kings would be odd. So this is completely draw. That could be another option, but simple here is just make up the queen. Yeah, this is also fine. You should think of this one. If king comes up, you should not move it to that number of square, but like if king comes up, still this is also a draw. King comes up, goes here, and this is, I think everyone knows this position. This is completely drawish position, because black cannot take the opposition and white will not give black an opposition. Like if you somehow play a mistake over here, like if you bring your king back, that will be a blunder, just giving opposition to your opponent, then this will be a blunder and you will be losing. So opposition section you should know very well. My opponent didn't came, so we'll go back to the game that's going on between so many players. We will see the game of first. Let's see the game of Thakur, the sponsor of this event, that is Birendra Kumar Thakur. Birendra Thakur. Birendra Thakur, he writes Sarma as well. So Hariom versus Birendra Thakur. Here Thakur is black with the bishop here. What? And this attacks, and bishop goes back for the exchange. Is it necessary for exchange? Not sure if it's that necessary. I'll just capture and capture with the pawn. Maybe he could capture with the rook. Pawn is captured. I'll just capture this pawn. He's losing a piece already, so he's completely losing the game. And how you will see. We'll see this one. What happening? Again, the life is going on or not? Yeah, it's fine. Not sure if it's fine or not. Yeah, it's fine. Let's check few more games that's going on. There are 44 games that's going on, and we will check some more games. Maybe we'll go for Kusal Belvase versus, this is Kusal Belvase versus Sudip Tamang. Sudip Tamang is a young talented player who played very well few tournaments ago in Hetauda and Bhaktapura as well, and Kusal is under 2 well, I guess. So both are young players and they need to play is very good. Let's check it out what will happen. We'll just find it out. Looks like let's go from very openings. E4 c6, go for Caro-Kann. Knight to c3 d5. Just I think he was just captured. No, he didn't capture. Knight comes up, pawn captures, pawn, knight captures pawn. Queen comes up, knight captures, then after queen captures, knight develop, attacks the queen, bishop to f5. Wow, what a brilliant! They have just moved up a brilliant opening. There's no any mistakes. Pieces are being developed. Attacks the queen, pins the queen, and then after here, white is also playing so brilliantly. It's white to move. Actual rating of Sudeep Tamang, he is around 1800, I think, and of Right. Maybe 1800 and something, maybe nearly 1900, and of Kushal it's only 1300. So it's a tough fight for Kushal. He's giving his best to at least draw the game, or at least win the game. Going for the mating threat here, maybe with this check, attacks the pawn on the f7 and h7. Okay, he just protects it out here. What if I just capture? What happens if it just captures the bishop over here? There will be check coming up, and then after king goes here, was there anything next? I'm not sure. Maybe he will just capture the bishop back. Yeah, that trade was there. So that's why here capture was not possible. Now it's completely losing for white. If you capture the pawn, I have a pawn up. I'll just capture this one first. So you should think of it. Okay, even you can capture this one. I think no. If you capture this one, then there will be like if you just immediately capture, that will be a blunder. Why? Because if you just capture it out, there will be queen captures queen, and if rook captures, then after rook captures rook will be winning for white. So here black is a pawn up, but rook is coming to the 7th rank. Will that make any sense? I will be having again a pawn capture is here. This is attack, and this pawn is also attack. What will be the next move for black? King comes up, protects the bishop. Maybe pawn push for a defense, and of course attack the knight, or simply go for rook check and just capture the pawn. Is that possible? What happens if your rook captures pawn? What happens here? Rook captures pawn, but bishop was hanging, so he just puts up the pawn. Rook check, pawn captures. Now this will just capture the pawn. Maybe he will play the same. I'll just give check and king goes here, and again I'll just go for attack of the bishop. Then maybe king comes up, that will be a blunder. I think knight check is here. Knight check and again attacks the knight. What's going on? What is it going on? Maybe he could simply give knight check on the d7 and just give up the bishop. Rook captures bishop is here. What was that? I couldn't see. What was that? Was there any threat like black can do? This pawn is hanging now. White have a great chance now. He will just capture this pawn, give check, comes up. Maybe this pawn is hanging still. Time pressure for Sudeep. Now maybe pawn pushes are coming from this side, and even yeah, just capture the pawn. I'll just capture this pawn. He didn't capture, so it might be a threat of two pass pawn. Rook check is coming up. No problem. Just comes up. Rook check again. Do not go on the f7, or there'll be mating threat on the rook to f7. So another planning. What a plan! No, there was a plan. You can see, guys, there was a plan like pawn push, and there will be mating threat on the c8. You didn't see that. Just skip check. Just capture the pawn. Knight check. Maybe now white have to think of this pawn. Okay, he will just keep check and goes back. Not on the d2, but goes to the d1 and then just bring up the rook to the a1. Okay, he'll just bring the rook to the b2. King will be coming to the d3. If you just capture, I'll just capture, and then our pawn push could be possible. But here now, rook can come to the a1. Okay, what next? This rook need to be guarding the pawn. Maybe this is winning for black. Pawn is pushed again, and if you just keep check, I'll just bring up the king to the c6. Okay, what to play now? Just moving up the king. Is it necessary to move the king? Brings the rook back. You just give the option to. Okay, this is winning for black. Kushal Belbase. Wow. Abu Ponix. What's that? Oh, what is that? What does that mean? It was winning for white, then it went for black, then again white, and then after black. What a fluctuating game for both the player. What a lucky guy. Surip Tamang ended up with the winning position. Finally, he will be winning the game. It was winning somehow for white, and this is checkmate. And there is checkmate. What a funny game. So this happens in Bleeze, guys. This happens in Bleeze. Whoever are watching, please hit the like button. It will reach to more number of viewers and more number of players, of course. So at least hit the like button. We have Raju Maharjan playing with Prakash Thapa, and with 2 pawn up, this will be winning for black, as there is rook coming to the f3. Just simply he can bring up the king. This is also fine. He can bring up the king to the e2, and queen is being promoted. So this is winning for black. Raju Maharjan is winning this game. Okay, next round. We have 11 round altogether. 2 rounds are over. Let's have only 10 seconds delay in the round interval, so that there will be not much. Okay, let's read out some of the chat that's going on. Okay. नखेली जित्ने भए फर्स्ट म्याच मेरो नि त्यस्तै हुन्छ जस्तो छ हाहा. Some of the viewers. We have Singlesh Das here as our opponent. Singlesh Das is here. We'll go for a dragon variation again. Knight comes up here, just moving up the pawn. He will just bring up for d4 classical variation. We'll go for dragon. And that's what I will be playing most often. This tournament will be lasting for 2 hours, so it will end up around 9 p.m. or more than that. Maybe it will end up with 9:30. So guys, please be with us and enjoy. We'll be showing the game of other players as well. Maybe this pawn could be pushed, and then after this capture, then capture d5. Get this threat. What should I do? Shall I push the pawn? I think d5 is good move here. Most probably this is good one. And if pawn captures, I'll capture with the knight, and knight captures, then after pawn. Even pawn captures could be played. And if you just capture, I'll capture with the pawn. That's simple. So let me give this pre-move. Yeah, just do that. And if you even capture, then after I have again pawn captures pawn. If you do not capture, that will be more good. I can go for pawn capture, knight capture pawn as well. And then pawn push, that will be a mistake for him. I'll just bring up my knight to the d7, and bishop have to go somewhere, and I'll capture the pawn. What is this? Is this trying for some tricks? But will that work? I'm not sure. That might not work. Maybe I can bring my bishop somewhere, or even move my queen here, or even here. What should I play? It's making me maybe just move up the bishop. Whoever wants to play, whoever wants to join, the link is given in the pin message, so you can simply click and hit the join button. We are regularly having many such tournaments, so you guys enjoy the tournament, enjoy playing chess. Of course, you will be enjoying it. I know you will be enjoying it. Of course. Maybe now what can I go for? Let's bring up the rook in the open file. This pawn will be hanging. If knight can go anywhere, let's bring up the rook. What to do? He is trying for the straight here. But will that make any sense? I didn't see. I cannot move this one. Knight captures pawn is coming up. So let's bring up the rook here. Maybe bishop can come here. So this is not a good one. I'm not sure what should I play. Getting some. Okay, it is giving me some chances. That can be like, let's bring up the. Let's bring up the rook here. Bishop comes here, then I can bring my queen here, or if somehow I can push the pawn. Is that a mistake? Was that a mistake? Nearly, but not exactly. It was about a mistake. Knight couldn't go anywhere. If queen was coming up here, that could be a mistake, but it's fine for me now. Maybe knight will come here, but can I capture this pawn? No. If I bring my queen here, so can I go and attack the knight? If attacks, then after knight is coming up here, so it's again a threat. So let's bring up the queen here so that my knight can go on the e4, and if it just capture, I'll capture with the queen. Maybe. And have some threat like pawn push and checkmate. Hello Dai, Samir Acharya. Hello Samir, how are you? It's playing good. What if I push the pawn? Where will it go? Where will this knight go? Where will this knight go? Knight will go back. That attacks my queen. This attacks my queen. Then can I go here? If knight comes out here, then I have knight coming to the e4, creating some threat, and the queen, and of course the bishop. And if queen comes here, then after I can I push the pawn, and if it just capture, I'll just capture with the pawn. Okay, he just captured the knight, so all of my threat is almost gone. I will be having an advantage of bishop here. Knight coming to e4 was my threat, so that's gone for now. Attacks my queen again. Can I come back? No. Okay, I can bring it to the c7. If I go to the c6, there will be knight coming to the h5, attacks my bishop and of course queen, and then after knight captures, it will be a threat. So let's bring up the rook here, and just maybe I'll push the pawn in somehow, of course winning chances, creating some threat of an open file. He's in time pressure, and of course I have to take an advantage of it. Let's bring the bishop back. I have two bishop diagonal, so it's a cross. Just protects it out. Can I go for it? He cannot capture. It's very simple. Bishop is guarding, and of course rook is guarding. If I push the pawn, that could be a threat of like knight coming up here next again. Okay, is this want to bring his knight here, so I'll just capture it out. If pawn captures, I'll bring my queen to the c7, attacks the queen, and of course I'll just capture. Maybe I'll bring up the king. It's being protected. Pawn pushes, I'll just capture, so this is fine. If rook comes here, I'll just bring up the rook to the d6, and if pawn pushes, okay. 3 seconds left. 2, 1, and no, he just moved it out. 3, 2, 1, and gone. Yes. That's B. Okay, here we have Keshav Shrestha versus Maheswar Adhikari. Maheswar Adhikari playing from Pokhara, whereas Keshav Shrestha playing from Rook is coming to the E1 and it's over for white. You have to capture the pawn, there is no option, and black is rook and knight up. And of course, pawn up. nice game by Keshav Shrestha. Badilal Nepali at 3 of 3, many more players with 3 of 3. We have Titish Bhandari draw with Himal Rai, Mahesh Chaudhary 3 of 3, winning so many players. Sudeep Tamang 3 of 3, lucky with the Kusal Belvase. Of course, we have here Ashish Fial 3 of 3, winning Dinesh Karki of Dholka. Both the players are from Dholka itself. Hari Om, who is this Hari Om? His name is Hari Om, so I don't know exactly. So some other requests are still coming up, so I'll just accept them as well. So we have this princess. Let's see another game that's going on. We have Dirgaraj Joshi versus Suman Rai. Dirgaraj Joshi is Olympiad player. Oh, Suman Rai just resigned. What happened? Let's check it out. He just blundered the queen. I think there was no option. Maybe he could bring up the no. Here is also not option because there is queen captures the pawn, and if king comes up, there will be queen check. So there is no option. He just gave up the rook. Knight goes here, and it was completely winning for black. Okay, Dirgaraj Joshi winning the game. Whoever wants to play, please at least put the country flag. It will be easier for us to accept the game. Accept your request. Sorry. We have Santosh Gautam playing with Rajan Kunwar and Santosh with white pieces. Rook versus knight. This will be draw. This should be draw, and can be winning for white if there will be some blunder by black. There will be check coming up. You cannot do anything. This king comes up, there will be check coming up again, and then there will be check coming up again. If he comes here, knight will come back. But what you will play next? You don't have anything to be done. King cannot go up. I'll just move up. If king goes here, just move up the king. Yeah, this is also fine. Knight goes here, but okay, if king had gone here and then after check and king comes up, there will be a blunder, there will be rook checkmate. So in time pressure, it will be like what to play next. It's a draw's position. Rook check goes to the final rank. So it might create some threat for king goes down. Oh my god, he didn't see this. King has to go either here or here. Or if rook comes here, then might create a threat like rook check, king goes here, knight check. Will that make any sense? No, rook check, king goes here, then after knight check, this knight check would create mating threat. So this made some chances for white when it went to the final rank. But that should be draw. Theoretical, that should be draw. But in time pressure, it's really hard to make it draw. This is winning completely for black. And Sumit Panta, he missed out the first game. He forgot about the tournament and he came with the second round. Now here winning the game continuously, winning Pradeep Sahu. Sumit Panta is waiting for him to resign. I don't know what is he trying to think. Maybe he's going for pawn here, rook, or maybe he was thinking of some pawn checkmate, like queen check and after pawn checkmate. No, he didn't do that. Maybe he's just giving up the queen for free. He's just making fun of the tournament. Nice. Okay, round 3 is over. Round 4 is yet to start. We are with the Olympiad player Dirgaraj Joshi. He will go for Karakhan. c6 or d6. Yeah, he goes for c6. I'll go for exchange variation. I just like to play that one. Queen to b6 is an idea, but I haven't revised it. What happened? Is it lagging out? General, very basic. Just develop your pieces, and he's just going for the bishop to g7. So there is no any threat over here. Maybe the pawn push can become up, but now I can bring up the queen to the d2, attacking here and the h6. Will that make any sense? But pawn push, is it possible? Yeah, he's just trying for pawn push. Let's go for it. He plays it out. Let's capture this pawn. I'll just capture this bishop as well. This diagonal bishop is very good for black. So I'll just defend this knight. Defend with bishop, and then after bring my knight to the d4. Of course, this knight should need to be developed. Hope everything is working fine. This attacks my queen. Of course, attack my knight as well. Of course, attacks this pawn as well. Okay, what happened? I need to protect everything. If I go here, he will just capture. If I go here, he will just capture. I have to think a lot how to protect everything. Maybe this is the only move. Just letting him to capture, and just bring up the queen here. And if he captures the knight, I'll capture the. Okay, just giving up the knight here. He'll just capture, I'll capture. This was a blunder. I think I just played a blunder. Not exactly, but nearly. It will go for like bishop coming to the e5. Sorry, f5. Then I have to move my knight. Okay, there is an option moving up the knight. Otherwise, this will be a blunder for me. If knight was not coming up there, then it could be a blunder. Yeah, bishop comes out to the f5. And bishop captures bishop. Then I'll just capture with the knight. Since the knight comes to the d4, will be possible. Okay. What if I just capture this one, this capture, then this capture is possible? So that's not the good idea. Let's exchange the rook. Queen comes here. Yeah, you'll just capture this one. Capture with the knight. Rook comes there. And if I come my rook here, this attacks. If pawn pushes, I'll just capture this one. And if knight comes out, there might be threat like pawn push check. First, I will just attack the knight, as there is mating threat. Queen comes out there. If I go here, can he capture the knight? No. So it's fine, as this is guarded by my queen. Maybe I can bring my rook to the e6, e7. Knight comes out here. What shall I play? I have to open the king. I have to be free from the back rank problem. This attacks the pawn. So first I need to defend. So let's defend it out. If pawn push, I can capture it out. King goes back. Let's defend first. Pawn push is coming up. Let's go for this one as well. I might go for Okay, what if I push this pawn? Where will this knight go? Knight go back, but there is a threat like queen coming to the c5. If pawn push, I'll just capture. If pawn captures, then after I'll just capture with the queen. Attacks the pawn, and now I have to play a move. I have to play good move. Can I go for this move? Or just exchange the queen? What can I play? If you push the pawn, let's go for this move and bring my queen here. This attacks the knight from here or here as well, whichever is possible. How will defend? Here queen can come up, rook can come up here. That's the only idea. Yeah, if we just push the pawn, I will just capture with the knight. I'll just capture with the pawn and create some threat. Okay, he just didn't do that. He knew my idea. So can I bring my queen somewhere here and bring my queen to the... Okay, I'll just capture this one as well. What shall I play next? Can I bring my queen to here? That will be a blunder. I have to move my knight, otherwise I'll be losing. Okay, this is fine. I think I just blundered, but still I have some chance. Looks like a blunder move. It still got some chance. Attacks the pawn. Brings out my king. Maybe I can bring my knight here. It's creating some threat. Just trying to have some threat. Just push the pawn. "34 seconds left. Time pressure, guys. This do not capture, so I think I will just capture it out. And I capture it out. Okay, let's capture this one. Maybe I can just push the pawn and give check. No, just attack the pawn. If push the pawn, there will be knight check coming up first. Goes here again, knight check coming up. I will go for draw in that case. I'm pawn down. So what should I play now? Just taking the waiting move. Let's go for this one. Again taking the waiting move. Let's go for check. Goes again there. Let's go for attack of the pawn. I don't know if it will work or not. Let's attack the knight. Okay, I'll just bring up the king first. Knight is hanging out. Okay, I'll just bring up the king. I just want to attack. 20 seconds left, guys. I have to play it more faster. I'll go for draw. Can I go for king here? Okay, I just blunder or what? I don't know. If this capture, I'll just capture there and create some threat. I got this one capture, and then after rook check, and then after I can capture the pawn. This is winning for me, I think. Okay, this check is fine. Attack. I'll just bring up my rook back. You cannot push the pawn. Just bring up my king now. This should be winning. How to... Can I give check? Yeah, it just wants me to move off the rook. So in this case, I can bring up the knight here. I can attack the rook and of course the pawn. Can I capture this one? and give check, and then after pawn push, this is winning. Wow. But yeah, this is winning. What happened if we just king brings the king to the g4? There was no option. This is winning. Finally, I just made up rook captures the pawn. Otherwise, there was some chances of draw. He was just creating some threats of yeah, that's winning. Good tactics. Maybe there could be like tactics like king after pawn captures. The king comes up, but after pawn push, there is no option. So maybe there will be some option, but I got a chance of playing of rook to a7. That's how here the chance can be created after pushing the pawn to the s3. I can just capture and this capture, and then after king captures, king goes here, and maybe there might be some chances, but not exactly. Okay, let's go to the game that's going on. Good game by Dirga Joshi, and of course, some good tactics. I could figure out of rook to b6. Wow, so many viewers. Thank you guys for being here. And please hit the like button if you have not done that. And for those who have subscribed our channel, I'd like to thank them again. Because of you guys, we are always here and promoting and helping. Just okay, we will read out some of the chat that's going on. In the meantime, showing up the game of Rajendra Shrestha versus Mahesh Lardangol. After a long time, Mahesh Lardangol is playing the game. Okay, we have 130 players participating. Sorry. Malaysia, some players from India also requesting for it. Maybe we should open this tournament for all, giving up the prize for only Nepal. That could be a good one, right? Okay, let's say okay, this is over. Okay, the final game is also over. We are in the fifth game, and assist Real is here. Okay, what's going on? Why this is okay? Why this is playing up? Okay, if that happens, then there will be copyright coming up again. That will be very bad. That will be very bad. What does happen? I just played off non-copyright music and some background. Some other thing was playing up. Guys, sorry. Okay, we have Asis Fial, talented player. He also go for Alpine variation, and I will not capture that pawn. And there will be a threat of rook. Okay, he just let me. If I capture now, then will that make any sense? That pawn push. Even now there will be threat of pawn push first, and if knight goes anywhere, then there will be threat of like what if I give check and then our bishop coming up, bishop coming up here. Then after bring up the queen here, okay. Let's try this one. If knight comes out, then I can capture this pawn. I think so because there is no check. I think now I can capture this pawn. I will just capture this one as well. Now I'll not be greedy to capture this pawn. If I go for this pawn, I'll not go for this pawn. I think there is some trap on this pawn. I don't remember this exactly. So he's just trying to push this pawn. Before I'll push this out. So you didn't have any chance of playing the d4 to d5. Just cap this up the pawn. I'll just capture with the queen. Now I'll just develop the bishop. Maybe I'll not have any tactical. Okay, rook comes out here. Just developing the bishop. Why to bring up his rook to the b5? I'll not bring his bishop to, rook to b5. He just gave up me a pawn. He also gave me the pawn of c3. But I think there might be some. He's giving another pawn as well. This capture, this pawn capture, and this bishop can come here. So he's giving me everything. He's giving me another pawn as well. I'm not sure if I just capture or not. I'll go and develop the. If I go and develop this one, bishop will come here. And what if I go and capture this pawn? And knight captures knight, queen captures queen, and after pawn captures pawn. I don't think there is anything that will be happening, so I'll just capture this one. I will capture this one as well, as there is no check. I'll just capture it. I'll leave it. No, I don't think there's going to be anything big to happen. I'm already in time pressure, so I have to think now faster. Okay, this attacks the pawn. No matters, I'll just attack here. Okay, I'll just give up this pawn. Let's go for castle. Oh my god, did I blunder? Yeah, I just blundered. My gosh. Oh my god. Okay, I just blundered. I just blundered. I could go this one and this capture, then this capture here. I just blundered very bad. Okay, that's the advantage of the piece development. So that's the reason he just gave up every pawn. However, that was not the accurate. I think that should not be accurate. I missed up somewhere. I'm playing more faster, protecting the pawn. This attacks again. What should I play next? Okay, I'm not sure. I have to play fast, that's all. For now, I have to play fast. Okay, this pawn is hanging out. So let's go for this one. Go for check. Again, I have to play this one. This pushes the pawn, bring up the queen here. I will just, oh, mouse slip. Oh, I just had gone there. Sad moment, very sad. Mouse slipped. Okay, no problem. We'll come back. We have here Sudeep Tamang playing with Krishna Thapa. Krishna Thapa in the winning position. What's going on? Krishna Thapa with a piece up? Yes or not? No, it's a pawn up for Krishna Thapa. But the advantage of castle, there is king is in the center square. The pawn are being attacked again. Maybe okay, he just blundered. No, yeah, I think, but no, he did a check, so there is no blunder. Two pawn off for black. So now everything is exchanged, so it will be winning for black. GG, yes, that was GG. Maybe he would just go for capturing of this. He could go. So they have no chance now. Two pawn down. Really hard for you to play. Okay. Check and just capture the exchange is down again. Now exchange is down, two pawn is down. Krishna Thapa is completely losing this. Sorry, winning this position. Let's see another game, guys. Okay, Vivek Thing is here. Okay, there we are. Vivek Thing is also playing and winning the game with Hirish Vandari. Here, Niken Kusata winning the game with Himal Rai, Badilal Nepali, Kalyan. So many. Yeah, he won good players. Badilal Nepali with 2200 rated player. We are not able to play that good. Lost a game. Lost a game. It's not that much bad. Let's see the game of B Gorkha. No, let's check the game of some Tactical game. Which one? Okay, this one. Sudeep versus Vivek Bazachari. I think yeah. Sun is Deep. Maybe he is Sudeep. Sun is Deep. He is Sudeep Yadav versus Vivek Bazachari. Just playing up. So here we are. Pawn push is there. What is threat? Pawn captures pawn. And queen captures and that's over. Okay, he just reached it. It's over for him. So Sandeep Yadav, and here we have Akash Pandey playing with Jai Bahadur Karki. Jai Bahadur Karki, maybe he's from Sudat Pachim. Rook comes out there. Rook check, and looks like winning position for black. Okay, queen captures the rook. Queen captures rook was also winning, I think. Rook comes here. What is he trying to do? Is there stalemate? No stalemate. Why is rook coming to f7, giving this rook? That was the four. That was the only move. And there is checkmate here. Okay, here check, and you cannot give check from the g6. However, this is checkmate, check, and then after checkmate. Oh, he just already resigned. He just resigned here. Hari Om. Can I go for this one? This is also losing for Genius Chess, and Birendra Thakur is winning the game, winning this tournament below 1900 most probably. He is playing good. Below 1900 price, he will be winning. No, most probably, not sure. This is opposite color bishop, and this might not be winning for black. If there is no chance for black to have playing of this. Okay, if king comes up here, and king goes here, then I'll just move up the king, and king comes here. I'll just bring up the bishop here. There's no pawn push, so it's, I think there is no chance for, there is no chance. King comes up here, so now there can be a chance. Why did he? Okay, why did he let him to come here? Maybe he could simply bring up the king here when the bishop was. Okay, just move up the king. Okay, just move up the king, and king comes here. Then after pawn push, I'll just capture, and then after pawn push. Okay, even this pawn push, and this is winning for black now. Pawn push, captured, and bishop versus pawn. This is winning for black. There will be a waiting move of king. King comes up, king captures the pawn, and after pawn push, and pawn push, promoting the queen, and is winning. Wow. Dinesh Karki, Rajiv Karki, Dinesh Karki, of course Rajiv Karki as well. Okay, this is the only game that is left. Round 6 will start very soon. Alupatas. Krishna Dayan Fire. Yeah, Krishna Dayan Fire. मैले त पाकिस्तानी जस्तो मानेको नेम नै त्यस्तो त. Who is this? Jamir. Okay, we are with Sudeep Taman. He will go for Caracan, or he will go for c5, Sicilian as well. He will go for e5, we'll go for Scotch. I think he will just capture the pawn, and if knight comes up here, yeah, that's mostly played. Captures, I'll go for pawn push, Scotch. Knight goes there, and h4 is some threat. Pawn pushes, attacks the knight. Goes there. What if I just capture the pawn? And pawn capture can be possible. But the good idea was bishop coming to the g5. Okay, he knew the idea. Bishop comes to the g5. If he pushes the pawn, then that could be an idea of creating some threat. But this is also fine. Can I go for bishop to g5 now? Let's try. I'm not sure. Just developing up the pieces. If he just capture, I'll just capture, and maybe he can bring up the knight to the b5. That will be a blunder. Knight coming to b5 will be a blunder, as there is no knight square. Some threat is coming up, and if he just capture, I'll capture with the bishop. He just comes with the pawn push, Can I bring my bishop back to the d2? I'll just try this one. Knight cannot come to the b5. Neither he can go for any other square. He can only go to knight to c7. And one thing is he can just capture the queen and I'll capture with the bishop. Okay, that can have some playable move. What if I just develop the knight? This captures, I'll capture with the bishop. Okay. I could go just simply capture of the queen and queen knight captures. Sudip Taman is a talented player, 1900 rated player, FIDE rating, and Leech's rating is around 2200. Pramitamate is here viewing the game. Knight goes back. Can I go for pawn push? Just defense. If he just capture, no, he didn't do that. Okay, I'll go for castle itself. I'll go for castle. He goes for longside castle. I'll go for longside castle too. Maybe in future you can go for queen to d3 attacks the pawn, but here maybe I can go now. I need to develop this piece. This pawn pushes, then there is bishop coming to the g5. Now I have a threat like bishop coming to the f4, and if pawn pushes, what if push the pawn? What if he do that? Pawn pushes, I just cannot capture that one. If pawn push, what if I just push this pawn? Queen comes out there. What's the region? For queen coming out there. If I go and attack the pawn, what will happen? Okay, let's try. If he push this pawn, I'll just capture. He will just first capture this one. Okay, bishop goes back. I know what to play next. I'm not sure. Let's bring this move. Let's try this one. Let's try this out as well. If you push this pawn, there will be queen check and pawn push. What is this? Don't know exactly. Okay guys, maybe some threat. Maybe threat of this pawn. And if we push this pawn, I have queen check, and then after I can capture this pawn. How will you protect this pawn? Maybe queen coming up here is possible. Yeah, he just played it out. There is queen check up. I don't think he sees this. And if you push the pawn, I can simply capture this one. Knight check. Bishop captures. Can I capture this or not? I think I can capture this one. He is in time pressure, so I have to play. I shall capture with the bishop itself. Okay, there is a threat here. Attacks two sides at the same time. Know what to play. This defense with the queen. And if you check, I'll just bring up the queen here. Bring up the bishop here. I have no idea what to play next. I have no idea what to play next. I have to bring up the king forward. I have to bring up the king. I have to move up the king now. I have no idea what to play now. Okay, he just blundered. He just blundered. He just blundered. That's fine for me now. It's winning now. GG. Let's go for GG. I'll just move up the king and it's all protected. Maybe I'll capture this pawn. Okay. Okay, before you move, I'll just move up the pawn. There is check, but that does not make any sense. I'll just capture this pawn as well. Okay, Sudeep Tamang, it's over for you. Okay, let's see the game of Asis Fuel versus Nikin Pusata. Nikin looks like a draw's position, but king goes to the e4 could be played. King to e4 could be played. A winning position might come up after, like king comes. Okay, when did we draw? What happens if king to e4? This might go for winning. Knight goes anywhere. Let me analyze this position. Let me check it out. It must be somehow. No, there's no any chance. Maybe king comes here, just capture of the pawn, and then after capture of the pawn, knight, and this will be draw. So what happened after this threat? Okay, this is draw. Yeah, here it could be some chances. He just captured this pawn, giving up this pawn. So there could be just capturing up this pawn, knight captures, but still just not going for this pawn. He could simply go for this queenside pawn and maybe winning for white, but not sure. A long calculation is required up there. Uttam Dungel versus Samir, the viewers. We won the Portis Gambit. Died. Let's go for it. We want queen sacrifice. Oh, queen sacrifice is just now done by Sudeep Tamang, and he just did it. Portis Gambit was played by Sudeep Tamang, and he lost. If he had won that game, that would be huge. Okay, here we have Vivek Singh versus Krishna Thapa. Vivek Singh creating some pressure, but looks like a draw's position. How would he manage to capture this pawn? He cannot capture this bishop. Maybe he will bring up this king to the c5, and of course, but this is not how he can win the game. It's very hard for Vivek to win this game, and it looks like draw's position. Vivek have to satisfy with the draw. Guys, whose game do you want to see? Do you want to see any of the game? Here we have Mikhal Tal. Here he is, Tal. Mikhal Tal again is here. Pramit, the one you were calling out, and he won. He just draw. No, he's just playing off, just making fun. And Pasang P Sanjan. White is making fun of this game. Somehow, if king was here, and if you play rook up, then there will be checkmate, and that's what happens when you try to enjoy. Neither white can come up, neither black can come up, neither white can come this side, and they are just wasting of time. This should at least manage to accept the draw. What happened? King comes up. What is he trying to play? I don't know. Okay, this is draw. Please a full draw. Capture. No, white is not doing that. I will just kick him if you do not do this. Who is this Mikhal Tal? Now if you do not capture the rook now, then I'll just kick you out of this game. You are making very irritating everyone. Irritating. It's totally draw. Why are they playing? I don't know for how long it will go. It's giving check, 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 check. I think it is 3 plus 2. There will be no. You cannot flag him on the time as well, but why he's taking? I don't know. Let's okay. He wants to give check. I'll just bring up the king here now. If you do not capture, no, even he do not capture. If I can do anything, MP99. Finally, black made it out. Finally, black made this happen. Otherwise, it will go for long and it will be some non-copyright music again. Let me check again. Let me check along. Okay, let's go another game that have started. Maheshwar Adhikari playing with the white pieces. E4, C5. He is also going for Alpine. Alpine variation. I don't like that to play. If he pushes the pawn, that's fine. I'll just go to capture the pawn here. Go for knight there. I'll just castle. He will just castle. I'll just castle. Maybe he can push the pawn first, so that bishop will not be coming to the G5. Pushes the pawn. Can I capture the pawn? Or can I push the pawn? I shall not do anything. I'll just castle. This capture, I'll capture with the bishop. If knight comes out here, I'll just develop my knight. It's creating some threat. Even if you develop your knight, no problem. I'll not capture. You have to capture it out. So here I will just develop my bishop. Maybe somehow I can bring my bishop and just go for this mate. Just develop his knight. What if I bring my bishop out here? Is it any way he can attack? Let's go my bishop. Bishop at the center square. If knight goes anywhere, I'll just capture this knight, and pawn captured, there will be an isolated pawn. And that will of course be protected by my isolated pawn. Creating some threat here. Maybe I can develop my rook itself. If we just capture, pawn capture, bishop capture, I can capture with the. Okay, you just want to capture, I think. I'll just capture with the queen attacking the pawn. But you will play, you cannot bring up the rook, you have to push the pawn. Yeah, he does it. Let's try to double up the rook. Let's try to. How can we have threats? If queen comes out here, I'll attack the pawn. This pawn is attacked, this pawn will be pushed. Let's bring up the bishop back. Maybe I could go to the h7 itself. Because that if knight comes out here, I have to move the bishop back. Okay, I'm just moving up the pawns. I can capture this one, but if I can push the pawn, he will just capture with the queen itself. And that will be a threat, like I can capture with this one. And if queen captures, I'll just capture the bishop. I'm just giving up the pawn, right? So I cannot push this one. If knight captures, that threat will not be happening. So I have to capture this one. Or I can bring up the rook here. I'll just capture with the pawn. Creating another threat of knight coming to the e4. Even queen to a5. Knight to e4. Maybe this one, if you just capture, I'll capture with the pawn, and there will be threat like queen is hanging, knight goes back. Okay, but that will be a pin, And I can bring my queen to a5, attacks the pawn, and of course attacks the queen, attacks the knight, sorry. So it looks like somehow good position for me here. Here I'll go for queen to a5 next, attacks the pawn. And of course threat of knight coming to the c3, attacks the queen. And of course the bishop as well. This attacks the knight. Okay, what should I play? This capture, I'll just capture, attacks the knight. What's going on? If rook goes anywhere, knight goes to the d2, knight to d2. I don't think he can capture the knight now. He will not be able to capture the knight. There will be two pass pawn coming up at the center square. I will force him to do that, and I'll just bring up the queen to a5, attacks the knight, and he have to move up the. He just capture it out. Let's attack the bishop. I have two pass pawn, two threads, and if bishop comes here, I'll just capture and queen captures. Then after pawn push, and then after pawn push. Isn't that winning? This must be winning. Queen check is coming up. Okay, that might be a threat. Okay. Okay, let's try. Looks like I have to win this game. I have to win this game. Let's try to exchange. I have center pass pawn. This pawn push and pawn push might be winning. Capture, I'll just capture. Rook comes out there. And this is like I must win. But how? If I bring my king up, rook can't come here. I can bring up the rook here. Let's bring up the king first. More up. If I bring up the king here and rook check, I'll just bring up the. So first, let me defense. Let me defense again. If I bring here. If you push this pawn, I have pawn push. Critical moment. I have to move up. Knight check. This check is possible. If you bring here, I'll just go inside, then after check. Attacks the pawn, check. King comes up, I have to protect this pawn. Okay, I'll go inside. I have rook check next. I can capture this one. And if you just capture it, capture. If you capture this one, capture, and after pawn push, this is winning. He can go for this one. Can you go for pawn coming out there? Might be winning for me. But how? If I go and capture this one, this is winning. Pawn push, then capture, then after pawn push, how will protect the queen coming up? Okay, this is winning. This is winning. Giving up a pawn for free, and there is queen coming up next. GG, well played, Maheshwar Adhikari, bro. We have 9 more games going on, and here we have Vivek Thing losing 2 pawns. MKC Tharu, Umesa. Looks like he will just go for draw. Or will he try to play for win? I don't think. White offers the draw, black declines. Let's give up check. He have to move his king, and this is completely draw. There is no any options. There is no any option. There have to be king near to this 3 squares, and this is completely draw. Vivek Thing managed to make it draw. Higher rated player of Nepal. We are at the third position. 4 more rounds to go. Asis just lost with Krishna Thapa and draw a game with Niken Kusatha, Krishna Thapa with 6.5. We lost a game with Asis. Well, maybe we'll be playing with now with either MKC Tharu. The one. Let's see the full game of MKC Tharu versus. We will request for computer analysis as well. Okay, what a game. Vivek Thing with 0 inaccuracy. There might be some inaccuracy. And what a game that MKC Tharu is playing. He's playing with the highest rated player, and MKC Tharu playing as black. Oh my gosh. White have some advantage. How could he didn't make it to win? He just yeah, Vivek just blundered 2 places. It's completely draw, but white have an advantage of pawn island. Here are the pawn island, guys. Number of isolated pawns on the board. This is 1 pawn island, 2, 3, and 4 pawn island for black, whereas white have only 2 pawn island. That is completely winning for white. After rook comes here, this pawn is hanging. Like if it just goes here, and if it is protected with the rook, then you can simply just wait for this pawn. And like if you just play like bishop goes, if you in pawn push, then after if you just capture, I will just capture with the rook, again attack the pawn, and if you just go bring up the king, again attack the pawn, rook have to bring again here. Now just develop your king somehow here, and just go and capture this pawn. 2 of 1, you have to just capture it out. White had to win, but he couldn't make it out. Maybe some time pressure or similar to that. Rook threat गर्न मिल्दैन थियो. Knight to g3. In which game knight to g3? Rook threat. Knight to g3. Where was knight to g3? I cannot see. Okay, we are playing with Krishna Thapa here. d4 will go for f5. We'll go for a Scotch game. Maybe he will just capture this pawn. Okay. Queen to b6 is possible move. Yeah, queen to b6 the possible move. Threat is capturing, and then after knight captures, I'll just capture with the pawn. However, that threat will not work right at this moment because rook is guarding at this. So can I develop the knight from here, or I shall go for knight to. I'll go for knight to the 7. His strategy is very simple. He's just trying to have some threat of pawn captures, knight captures, and if I just capture, then after queen captures. So he's just trying to have that threat. What if I push this pawn now? That will be a blunder. Yes, that will be a blunder. And I capture this one, and queen captures, and after knight comes here, and then knight can come to the d5. I think that will make some sense. Maybe I can bring up the rook here. No. If he pushes the pawn, I can capture with the knight. Somehow I can bring up the queen to the h5, and here maybe he will push the pawn. Let's try and create some pressure here. If I push this pawn can be pushed up. So let's push this pawn. This pawn can be pushed out. But can I capture this one first? Get instructive chess. Keep reading. Thank you, Usher Alam 2028. Thank you. Yeah, this is creating some threat. But I'll just immediately capture that one. So I'll bring up the rook here. Pawn push can come up. I can bring my bishop back. Maybe I can bring my bishop back now. And if he just pushes the pawn, I can bring my knight to the d5. Bring the knight to the d6. I'll just capture this one. And pawn captured. I have rook captures the pawn. The thing I'm giving up the free pawn here is to just destroy his kingside structure. Somehow I can bring up the queen and just attack with the rook here. So that's the reason I'm just giving up the pawn on the f4. This attacks my knight. I'll go for the knight to d5, protecting the pawn here. And he just attacks the pawn. This pawn is attacked. I mean, this pawn is attacked. Can I push this pawn? Let's try. If he brings his queen somewhere, I just bring up the knight to the b4, defending the pawn. Okay, I'll just attack here. This is attack and defends the pawn. This can I capture this pawn now? I think I can capture this one. I think I can capture this pawn. This pawn is already protected. This knight is well protected with the bishop. A little bit tired, and of course a time pressure here. Okay, I will just capture this one. I will just capture this one and knight capture. Knight have to go back, otherwise you will be losing. Knight have to go back. Okay, he didn't go back. If somehow I can just bring up the rook, this is well protected. How can he attack? I don't think he can attack anymore. I can push this pawn. Musketeers are coming up. Let's attack my queen. Let's attack my queen. Let's just attack my queen. If I can capture this knight. Can I capture this knight? Why should I do that? But musketeers are coming up. Is there any chances? Can I bring my knight here? No. This attacks. Some pressure at this position. Knight is well protecting this pawn. What is he trying to do? Might be trailing this. Okay, I'll just try to bring up the rook here. Maybe I can go for capturing of this one in some moment. If I push this pawn, I'll capture with the knight. I will just protect this pawn first, so that I can bring my knight to the d5. Of course, capturing of this one as well. I'm a pawn up, but I have to make this position winning position. How? Still not sure. "30 seconds on his clock. He might go in time pressure. Pawn push is not possible now. I'll just capture. And if we just capture with the rook, I'll just capture with the pawn. 18 seconds left, guys. 14 seconds. Just attacks the pawn here. No problem, I just bring up the knight here. If we just capture, I'll capture with the rook. My two pieces are guarding this square. If I capture this one, pawn captures, queen captures. Will that make any sense? I don't think so. Let's push the pawn here. Okay, can I capture this pawn now? I think so. No, I just blunder or what? No, he didn't see that. He didn't see that. He didn't see that. That was a blunder, but he didn't see it. It was a blunder. It was a blunder. He didn't see it. But it was only an exchange up. Maybe he could just simply capture this pawn. The rook here, I just captured the pawn, and here queen could capture the rook, and I have to capture the knight, and then there will be exchange down. What a move! What a move there was! There was a move, and he couldn't see in the time pressure. Queen captured, and he just resigned. Wow! He just not resigned. It was a checkmate. I thought it is. I thought he just resigned. That it is a checkmate. He cannot go here. It is checkmate. Yes, Krishna Thapa lost. And we are at the very first position, and it's great. It's still 3 more rounds left, guys, and 3 more rounds. Then anything can happen still. So we have to think of that we will not lose now. Streaming and playing so good. This is the first time we are having so good. We were in time pressure in every game before. After so long, we're having it. Rupees, this was lucky. I was lucky enough. That was lucky enough. I could win in time pressure. Let's see the game of Rajiv Karki versus Keshav Shrestha. Keshav Shrestha in the losing position. Rajiv Karki make up another queen. This is winning for white. Yeah, this is winning for white. Teach me some opening. Glad I found you. You lovely game. Adar Salam. Where are you from, Adar Salam? If you are a beginner, please kindly go through the chess basic opening first, and then we will be having some lessons. There might be some lessons. Some more. There are some basic things that need to be done in the opening. So you have to first know it out, like castle, development of pieces, and center squares. So you have to think of it. Season, Sakya, hello Season. K4, 5, okay, this is also over. Black 1, that means Sanjay Rai just wins the game. We have Singlesh Sardas playing with the Surya Magar. So this looks like a draw's position. No, this is winning for black. King of white is very far, so this is completely winning for black. Captures the pawn, captures this pawn, and white will not have opposition, so this will be winning for black. Okay, here completely winning. This is pawn push. Adar Salam. I am from India. I know few opening. So here it's the final game. Yam Kumar Karki playing with Gulmi. Yes, the basic principles as well. That will be great. We will be having some lesson session as well. In that we can have some opening session. Maybe we'll hear Prakash Thapa have. Okay, maybe his net went off or something like that. He was offline and it ended up with the. Now my opponent maybe Dinesh Karki is playing very great. Lost a game with us as well. Yes. Dinesh Karki or Rajiv Karki is. We have two names. We'll go for a Grand Prix. Let's go for a Grand Prix. He will go for A6. I think no, he didn't go for it. I like to play Grand Prix in the Sicilian, so but that is a attack, and this will be an attack game. So it's good to have this position. But when E6 is played and D5 is played, it's really hard. In this position, it cannot be played. Here D5 is played, then I will just go for bishop comes back, and if we just capture, I'll capture. There will be a center square on the king side, and if we just capture the queen, I'll just capture with the rook. I got a suggestion. You should first move and then commentary. That's why I'm waiting today. Some suggestions are there. Some suggestion from you viewers. I'm getting some that suggestion from you guys. So thank you for that suggestion as well. You cannot push the pawn. I will just capture with this one. If you just capture, I'll capture this one. I will be a pawn up. However, that's not exactly a pawn up, but temporarily a pawn up. I'm getting extra energy because I'm at the top of the tournament. I just captured the knight, giving up the bishop here. This captures, I'll just capture with this one. If this capture, I'll capture with the rook. This pawn is not coming up. So, is he trying to take some advantage with this bishop, with this isolated pawn? That's why he's just giving up this one. Maybe. Can I develop my bishop out here? I can develop my rook here as well. I can double my rook. I can double my rook, I think. Your knight is not being developed. Your knight will not be developed anywhere. What is he trying to do? Push the pawn? Is it possible? Yes. I have to take an advantage with the bishop here, but if you close this diagonal, that will be bad for me. So I cannot push this pawn. He will just close this diagonal. So maybe I can push this double out here. Even if you close this diagonal, this pawn will be hanging forever. So I know, looks like draw his position, or even some trade with this pawn. Okay, what I was going to do, my rook is hanging. I can capture this one and bring up the knight here. Will that make any sense? I don't think so. Let's capture and this pawn push. This pawn push, king comes here and bishop goes back. Pawn push and goes there. And can I capture this pawn? I think that will make some sense. Okay, I think that will make some sense. Pawn push, king, bishop goes back. And if you push this pawn, I'll just capture. If bishop knight comes out here, so then I have to think of capturing of this pawn. I have to capture this pawn. Push this pawn. Let's not let him to push this pawn. Let's bring up the bishop back. If we push the pawn, I'll capture this pawn here. So that pawn will be hanging first. We have to protect that pawn. I have to bring up the king. I should not go on time pressure. I shouldn't go on time pressure. Let's bring up the knight. Next move, I can bring up the knight here, attacks the pawn. If king comes here, I can bring up the knight. If pawn pushes, then it will be again double attack. Just bring up the bishop there. Can I push this pawn now? Why should I do that? Now if pawn push, bishop goes here somewhere. That's the only square. And this pawn push. Will that make any sense? No. Let's try from the queen side. Let's try from the king side. Let's try from the king side itself. Some intense analysis, lovely. Thank you. Thank you enough. And also please subscribe the channel if you have not done that. Hope you have already done it. Okay, here bishop captures might create a pressure here. So if pawn double, I have an option here to capture this one. I have option of capturing of this pawn and of course So you have an option of capturing this pawn. I just capture the pawn. If I capture with the king, I can go here and just go for the pawn. Just attack my bishop. I'll go for pawn. There is no check, right? He's giving up the pawn. The reason is bishop will be coming here, king will be coming here. There is no check. I have pawn push here threat, so you cannot bring the king here. So I am winning this game. I think I should win this game. 3 pawns for 3 pawns. So I have a threat here. So if you bring up the king, I'll just capture with the bishop. I'll be having 2 pass pawn. And if you just capture it out, now here if you do not capture, I have pawn push check, then after pawn push, bishop somehow can bring, and then after winning. Oh, I'm getting much more luckier today. Maybe with the viewers and of course with the cases captures. Knight coming here, knight check might come here, or even knight check will do anything. Yes, knight check will just simply capture this pawn, so even that will not make any sense. I can bring up my king to the... here is the problem. I can bring up the... Can I bring my king up here? There is no check, right? There should not be any check. If there will be check, that would be a problem for me. That will create a problem. I can bring my king here. I can bring my king here. There is no check again. There is no check again. I should win this game. Yes. Thank you. And we are again winning the game. Hari Om, who is this Hari Om with winning almost all the game, losing a game with Esewa, winning every game. Hari Om win game. Thank you guys. What a game that was. He gave a chance of capturing the pawn on the a7, and then after I could push the pawn of the pin, then that was winning. Wow. Getting lucky today. Ranjit Rai versus Sumit Panta game going on. Ranjit Rai in time pressure, and of course having some disadvantage of pawn loss. What is this happening? Every music is being played, and for sure I'm going to get this today. I might get copyright. Every music is being played. I shouldn't play this type of music. I'll go for non-copyright music only. This is over for Ranjit Live. We'll go for some other games, and this is a game of let's see the game of Indira Wasti, female player playing with AWB1. This name, I don't know. This should be winning for black, or there will be an advantage. What is this? This piece is hanging, right? But you'll be get mated or what? If you capture, there will be chook check, and then after bishop comes here, there will be rook capture rook. Rook capture bishop check, king comes here, and this will be again rook check, as will be winning for black. Yes, that was winning for black. Nikin versus Surya Magar. Nikin. This might be a piece of winning the game for black. Might be a winning game for black. No, sorry, it might be winning for white because of this pawn. But 2 pass pawn are creating some threat. Now this is completely winning for white. Can capture this one. Rook captures, king comes here, but I can go for king coming up, and then after I can capture. Okay, what is he trying to do? I think he could simply go for. Yeah, this is also playable, but no, this is somehow the winning was here when he could simply bring a blade. Let's analyze the board. Let's bring the analysis board. Yeah, he just captured, king captures, rook comes up here, and then after king comes here, then king can come here, and then after come here, and he can comes here, then after it come here, he pushes the pawn, I'll just capture this one, and if he just bring up the queen, I will just capture this one, and capture, and I will be first who will make the queen. You have to move the queen, and then after I'll bring up the queen. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Maybe there will be check, maybe it will be draw, but you will not be losing. Okay, so might be that was not the idea. Maybe. Okay, we'll be having a game with now with the Hariom. 2 more rounds left. No, we are with Vivek Singh, the one highest rated of Nepal. Will we be able to win this game? He will go for Scotch, I know. I know the one. He will go for Queen. He will go for Knight here. He will go Knight here. Knight, 2 Knight variation. And I will go for Scotch. He will bring up the Knight. The one I lost last time was Queen to F4 and Queen to D5 against him. I will not play that again. Maybe he will go for knight to f6. Where is he? Yeah, he just comes up. Hari Om is suspicious. Hari Om is suspicious. Someone saying Hari Om is suspicious. Queen coming up. I will just bring up the queen. Comes here. 1 minute, guys. Just a minute. I'm having some complaints of Hari Om. I'll go for h4 here. Last time I didn't play h4 and I just lost the game. Now you have to think. He will play, I think, c6, of course. You have to think this move. Last time he went to queen to h4 and I just lost with queen to d4. Bishop to g5 and pawn push. Okay, I just again missed it up with c4. What happens? c4, I'm just missing off c4. I'm just missing this one. And if he play this move, that will be a blunder. I'll just capture this one. And if he just capture, okay, he just want to bring up the queen. What's happening? What's happening exactly? Where will this knight go? Goes to the this square. If you give check, I will just capture the knight. If we go there, there is no option. I'll just bring up this knight have to go back. If I just capture, okay, I can bring up the rook here. If I just capture, rook can come here. There is a threat. There is a threat. Okay, I'll just bring up the rook here. Threatening, I'll just capture this one. And if I just capture, I'll just capture. Okay, just capture with the pawn. There is no threat of rook coming there. I could capture. Pawn push. Pawn push is coming next. What I play? What did I play? Was that necessary? Okay, let's develop. Maybe f6 will come in next. f6 will come next. Okay, here knight can come up. What if I go for castle? There will be checkmate. And if we give check, I'll just bring up the king somewhere. I'm not sure will this be right or not. Let's check. There is a checkmate here. We'll go for f6. He will go for f6 most probably. He should go for f6, or he will give check, then after he'll go for f6, or bishop might come up. If bishop comes out, I'll just give check. If I go and attack the knight, okay, right, knight is coming out here, I'll just capture, then after capture, then rook cannot come here, so that's not the right one. I have to move up the king here. Knight will go to the d4, the best square. Where shall I move my queen? I'm not sure where to move up my queen. I think this is the only good place for queen. There is a threat of I will bring up my bishop back now. If we push the f6, just capturing up the knight if possible. He just try to exchange. I will bring up the rook, that's not possible. What if I just capture it? Isn't that a blunder? I think he just blunders, so I'll just capture the piece. I will just capture with the rook itself. You cannot capture the knight, you cannot capture the rook. Maybe I will be winning this game again. So if you do not capture the queen, I have again mate. Vivek, you have to capture the rook. Sorry, you have to capture the queen. And if I capture the rook, you have bishop coming here next. I will bring up my bishop here. And if you just capture, I have bishop coming up. So this will be winning for me, most cases. Vivek is in time pressure. I was in time pressure, right? No. Okay, this is the move. I didn't see that. There is no check here. Okay, I thought I was winning, but still not winning the game. If I go and capture this one, and bishop comes here next. Okay, I think I have bad. I'm bad now. I think I'm bad. Just captured the rook and two rooks for sure. He will be satisfied with this two rooks. 3 piece, but I'm losing. Okay, well played. I have to resign, but still creating some chances if possible. Let's capture this one as well. Possible, I'll capture this one as well. Just keep check. Just keep check again. Just capture this one as well. This attack, what should I play? Bring up the knight back. Just go for pawn attack. Add my pawn, I'll bring my bishop back. This attacks, I'll just bring up the knight back. There is check. Okay, he just captured it out and I'm losing again. I'm losing this game. But let's fight if I can have some chance. Because this is knight versus rook. Still, if I can have some chances, then might be I'll not be losing here. I'm losing already, but still trying to create some chances. If possible, just capturing this type of pawns for free. Okay, maybe just bringing up knight here, give check. It's over. It's almost over for me. It's almost over for me, but still, just okay. I have to resign. Sad. We have no more Okay, we lost the game finally after so long. We didn't see Bishop coming out there. We thought of some tactics of capturing the knight, but every time the luck will not favor us. My soul Lake winning. We have Pushottam Silva next here. Yes, it's Shrestha versus Hariom. Hariom is white. Who is Hariom? Just trying to go for draw. Queen versus double rook. Point advantage for white. Maybe here queen captures pawn is possible for black. Okay. King comes here. No, even king comes here. That would be it. Capturing of this pawn. Will that pawn be captured? Yes, it captured. Now there will be pawn threat, pawn push threat. Rook check and this capture of this pawn. Can that happen? But yeah, this capture can be happened, and if you go and check, then there will be rook coming out here. Move up the king. This is draw. Look like a draw position. Can have some chances for white, but open king, perpetual, not a perpetual, and that cannot be protected by two rook. I think there is check here, and if king comes here, there will be again check coming up. This would accept the draw. Oh. Okay, this will end up with draw. There is no any option. I think this will end up with draw. We have queen coming up, check, goes back. Again, there's no option for white as well. There's no option for black. This will end up with draw. Final round is left, and the one we were having. Hariom, your religious profile is not updated, so you have been. What's your religious? Even you have only connected with Hariom. Maybe Hariom is having. What happened to Hariom? So many requests. Sorry for those who tried to join later on. We couldn't accept that because after once I started, we will be having some pressure of course, live streaming. Mom calling. No, dad was calling. Not mom, dad was calling. Food. I'm still hungry. He's calling to have food. Let's see the final game. Let's have the final game. What happened? Where is our opponent? Here we are, Pushottam Silval. Okay, Pushottam Silval will go for c5. d6. You give a check. I'll go for bishop to d7. Captures, I'll capture with the queen. Knight coming up next. Development. Okay, I2 will go for the e5. Maybe I'll go for knight development first. Castle. Can I go for the pawn push? And then after develop the knight. But it will create this develops the knight. I have to be careful. What if we just capture with the knight? I can capture with the queen. If we just capture, I'll just castle. This pawn I can capture anytime I like, but I have to be like I can bring up the queen here. Okay. Is he trying to bring up his knight? What if we bring up the bishop here? First, let's bring up the knight goes here, bishop comes out here. If I push the pawn, if we just capture, I'll just capture, and then after bishop goes back. Will that make any sense? If I push the pawn, let's bring up the knight. If you bring up the bishop, I'll just bring up the knight here, and if you just capture, I'll just capture the knight. I think that will work. You just push the pawn. I didn't want your knight here. I didn't want your knight here anymore. If you go back, I'll just grab up this pawn. And yes, I didn't want that one here as well. If you just capture, I will just capture with the queen itself. Okay, pawns are equal now. I have an advantage of center queen. This is attacking this square. I will give up check. We can bring up the bishop over here, I think. Maybe, but he brings it out. So let's capture this one. If you bring your rook, I will just capture this one as well. And next move, I can bring up my knight, most probably there. Maybe I can bring up the rook here. If I can go here, if he captures, I can capture this one. And okay, just trying to add the strength. Having a threat of check. Let's go and attack the rook. There is no check, so he might go here. Might go here. Okay, commentary is a little bit low in low voice. I'm tired enough playing commentary. This attacks. Can I go for this move? Attacks and protecting. I think I can go. Maybe I will be having some checks. I will just capture this one, and there is rook check, queen check, mate. Not mate, but nearly mate. Maybe rook check first, and then after queen check. King comes here, I have queen check, goes back, queen check, this is check. As there is no check for me, so it's fine for me. Queen have to go somewhere. Queen goes out there. Can I go and capture this one? Yeah, check is there. So I can capture this and give check, right? There is no any check. So I can capture this one as well. King comes anywhere. I have this capture check. So it's over for you. There is check and there is checkmate. Wow. Okay, it's ended up. I won the game. What happens to Vivek thing? If he loses the game, I will be winning the tournament, I think. Hari Om and Vivek thing. However, I'm already second. Whoa, my soul leg having piece up or pawn up. My soul leg is having a piece up, but appreciate. Kingside pressure. This is the final game that will decide whether we will be first or will be second. What do you think will be, guys? Fine. What a interesting tournament we had. Finally, we ended up with so good position. Hari Om didn't. There was some. What happened to this guy? Not sure. Yeah, Hari Om. Just his ID just got blocked. The account violated the leech's terms and services. For those who know Hariom, please say his name or ID or FIDE ID or anything to us. We will not let him to enter in our tournament in next any tournament. So if anyone knows him, please let us know. Knows? Hariom lost with Asis and with Ranjit with Sanjay Rai, but continuously after this, I think after fifth or sixth round, he started to use engine or similar to that. Maybe with few games, Vivek Thing came back. Okay, so many pawns up. This pass pawns are coming up. Looks like Vivek Thing will be winning this game. White offers a draw. Black declines. What will happen? Will Vivek be the winner of this tournament? Still not sure. I'm already feeling hungry. Where is that mic? Here it is. But happy enough because I'm leading the tournament. Okay, my Soul Lake won the game? Why? My Soul Lake won the game and 4 more games, and My Soul Lake is the winner of the tournament. We are second. Oh, that is very bad for us. Hope we'll be winning in the next. Will this be changed? Will this be changed? 4 more games are left. Sanjay Rai versus Rajan Subedi game going on there. We had Zamir Ali playing with Zamir Ali with 2 pawns, winning the game. If we capture, there will be a position that will. Okay, this is winning, of course. Even if you bring up the king here, I'll just push up the pawn. And if you come here, I'll just take the position. If you come here, I'll just bring up the king. So this is winning for black. So just take the opposition. King goes here, take the opposition, and king goes here. Then I'll come here. If it goes here, and I'll just come to the g3. So black will be winning this game. Anywhere it goes, I'll go for king to e3. And if king comes to the f1, I'll just take the opposition again. And king goes to g1. Then king to e2. King comes up, pawn push, and then after pawn push and pawn push, this is winning for Jamil Ali. He knows the theory of opposition, completely winning for black. Okay, the game is over. One last game is left. Master Adhikari winning the tournament. What a game! Master Adhikari won Vivek thing and came to first. But that was draw, right? Wide up for draw. So no problem. Let's see the final game. We'll have to satisfy with second because we played good. Maybe we'll be having. Okay, this is Razan Subedi in the winning the piece, but will this be a draw's position? Okay, this pawn is captured now. Will this be a draw? Looks like a draw's position now. White cannot do anything. Black cannot do anything. Seems to be a draw's position. Yeah, king comes up and just move up the knight. Just move up the knight. Nothing to be done. King comes or anything you play, I just move up the knight. This is completely draw. Both the player have to just satisfy with draw. Knight goes here, that captures the pawn, and thus captures the pawn. Sanjay Rai winning the game. Sorry, Sanjay Rai versus Rajan Subedi. Game is draw. Black had the winning position, but everything just happened and ended up with draw. Black is creating some funny moves, so it ends up with the draw. And here is the winner of the tournament. We have Hariom, whose ID is banned. We have Mahasur Adhikari first. Second, we have, of course, Sushil Chaudhary, that's me. Third, we will be having Vivek Singh. Then after, continuously, Krishna Thapa, Badla Nepali. And then after, Sumit Panta, Ashish Fyal, Krishna Thapa, Mahesh Chaudhary, and so on. Thank you, and guys. Thank you. Less than 1500 ko base ma mo hodai. Okay, prize distribution will be tomorrow, so we will just have the list of the prize winner tomorrow. So wait for tomorrow. It will be posted in the group itself. So keep following, keep watching, and guys, whoever have subscribed our channel, thank you for them for being here and supporting us. Thank you and bye bye. It was nice playing and having fun with you guys. Hope you enjoy.